What up, boys? Fuck that dead air.
How we doing, Joe? How we doing, Andrew?
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
What's up, gentlemen?
Who's on tail of the tape tonight?
I actually misplaced my mouse, or my daughter got a hold of it. As far as I know, I have no idea where it's at. So either you or Andrew's gonna have to take over doing the tail of the tape of the night, whichever one y'all. If y'all want to pass off back and forth, or if one of y'all just want to volunteer and take it, that's cool. But I'm off of it tonight, for unfortunately.
I got you, bro. Tell Joe to quit asking questions over there.
True that. Hey, mind your business, Joe. Anybody watching these bare knuckle fights right now?
No, dude, I barely. I don't know, man. Like, so when I get home, I have enough time to basically get my workout in and shower, and then I'll have enough time for the space. And if I'm lucky, I can squeeze a bite in between. But yeah, I don't. I didn't really have the time to watch it, unfortunately. I don't usually watch BKFC anyways, but if it's like a big card, I'll turn it on.
Yeah, it's not a big one. Luis Palomino's fighting. I remember him watching him and fighting in MMA. So, but he's been pretty fucking nasty in bare knuckle. He's a champ. I think actually like the longest reigning bare knuckle champ right now. Uh, he's pretty fun to watch. He's pretty tough and pretty mean.
Are there some good fights tonight?
I mean, I would say it's him, and that's about it for this card. It's not a stack card by any means.
Yeah,
Nope.
BKFC is always fun though. I would be watching it except I had shit to do right up until space time. But like BKFC is got to be the most likely to be exciting to watch if you don't know anybody on the card promotion, including the UFC. Like if you don't know anybody on the card, it's still most likely to be more exciting than an MMA card you don't know anybody on.
I'll tell you what, Joe. I would much rather watch BKFC than fucking two grown ass men slapping each other. I'll give you that one.
I fucking watch it all, brother. I love violence. I love contained violence. Put it that way. I'm all about it, man. I watch Power Slap. I watch Bare Knuckle. I watch this. I watch. Dude, I would watch uh kickboxing more if they aired it more in the UFC. Like if the UFC did something like one is doing with kickboxing and Muay Thai and shit, dude, I would watch the fuck out of that. That's the best part of MMA is the stand up. So I mean, it's these dudes are so much more violent and so much more seasoned. Like, yeah, man, I'm all in on anything like as far as mixed martial arts wise. Even if I get you, people would say power slap's not mixed martial arts, but there is an art to it. So I don't know.
I'm like, I got no problem with Power Slap, and I was excited for it to happen. Um, I don't know. They made it kind of it was like easy to see, and then they made it difficult, and then whatever. My problem is just that I have such a high intake. Like, I can honestly tell you guys, half the time, I don't even know what I'm watching. Fight Pass is like, oh, this card's on. I'm like, sweet, turn it on. I have no fucking idea what it is. You walk in my garage, and you're like, what you watching? I'm like, I don't know, fights. And you're like, who's fighting? I'm like, I don't know, two guys. And you're like, what weight class are they? I don't know. They look fat. Like, and I'm not being funny though. I'm being sincere when I say that. So like, my problem is like with all the various things that you can watch, I only can choose to make sure that I see all of UFC, and the rest is just whatever I catch. I'm glad to watch slap fighting or BKFC or grandmas with bags, whatever the fucking promotion is. I don't care. I can I I'll take so much of it in that I can't see it all anymore.
So, dude,
I don't.
I'm actually stoked for next Friday's Power Slap event. It's the basically the their version of the Ultimate Fighter. It's the finale. The two coaches are going to fight from this season. They had some drama and some flare up in this season, like this first or second episode. The winner of last season and the current champ decided to two piece and sneak. The challenger got a clean two piece on him, split his shit in his mouth and shit, but didn't rock him. He took it like a champ, and that's what he told me. He's like, if you can't knock me out when you cheap shot me, how you gonna knock me out when you slap me? So yeah, a lot of anticipation going into that power slap. So I will be watching that next Friday. So if I'm not busy, maybe I throw a pop up a space to watch along if anybody's interested in it. If so, hit the DMs, hit the group chat. If y'all want to do a watch along for the power slap next Friday, I might be down.
No mames, carnal. Esa mierda no es nada.
English, motherfucker.
Papi, es garbage. Es garbage. No es sport. Es trash.
Oh man, who approved this guy for a mic? Holy shit! Dead Picks, my brother. How are you doing, my man? I know you requested a mic. I'm gonna make you use it today, bro. I want to hear some takes for these fights, my man.
One is broke, guys. They're out of money. Chatri spent it all. I told you at least a year ago that Chatri was blowing all the money and one was going to go broke. And I am tooting my horn a little bit on that one because
You? No.
Not this guy. He's never tooted a horn in his life.
don't give a fuck either. Because I did it before them financial reports. I feel like them financial reports, everybody dove into that because I seen the interview. I don't think I was the only guy who seen the interview and was like, bro, what do you mean you spent 250 million and you're about to spend another 250 million? And he's like, I didn't spend it. I didn't spend it. I invested it. In what? Because it's gone. Like, is the money's gone and we don't have anything here. So what the fuck did you invest it in? It is so bad now. Chatri is like not taking questions, and the other guy, I do not remember his name. It starts with SH something, SHOU or something. The other guy from One is now like super active on social media, and he never has been traditionally. So they're in trouble. They are treading water, and PFL is right there with them. Paramount is not going to save them. Paramount's company, Bellator, was already broke. It was already a flop. It already didn't turn a profit. And PFL's like, well, give us your best fighters and we'll make you partners. And then we'll fire all them other guys in a few months. And then we'll be a success. That's not going to be a success either. The UFC's biggest difficulty in the antitrust lawsuit as to whether or not they are a monopoly is going to be the fact that all of their competition is probably going to collapse and crumble during the fucking trial. That's all I got on that one. I just had to throw that out there because that shit is becoming very, very evident to the point that we have tail of the tape coming for the website very soon on the odds board, and I'm not even sure that I want to waste the time, effort, and money it will take to put one or PFL's athletes up there, their stats, their tails of the tape. I don't even know that it's worth the fucking time. So we'll see. I don't know. You said a couple topics, and I hate when we get off of MMA to open the space because it, anybody tuning in or something on YouTube or streaming it later, they probably want to get into the MMA. So that's what I had for an opening topic. I got two more for afterwards, Trace.
Hey Joe, did you actually did y'all talk on the Tuesday space about the Cyborg potentially crossing over into BKFC to fight Fahea?
No, we did not. We did not. She is too, but she also is talking about joining the UFC. I don't think that she has a deal with PFL. I think she's under contract with Bellator, but they have nothing for her as Bellator. I think they're trying to renegotiate her into PFL, and they have nothing for her.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no draw in that. I forget that girl's name from Ireland that she's supposed to be fighting. and it's just like it's the Fahea fight has more draw to it. I mean, that'd be a crazy fight. Like I feel like it would be very one sided. It would be very much be Cyborg. Fahea is tough, and she just brutalizes these women. But we all know Cyborg is a different beast. Um, yeah, I think Cyborg would KO her pretty early because she is very hittable. She's just tough. Whenever normal women are hitting her,
So the one
but
thing I will say is that it's very rarely tested. Cyborg has no chin, so don't be surprised if Cyborg gets rocked. And I only say Cyborg has no chin because the only time we ever seen her fight a real puncher, she got dropped a few times. It didn't go. It didn't go well. So I just don't think that she's got the chin that. I don't think she has any better chin than any other female. I just think she hits harder than them.
well, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I could even say maybe I agree with you, but I mean the record kind of is disparage of that. But with that being said, Fahea is not this girl that's just going in there and knocking girls out. Like she's not putting girls to sleep. She is just putting volume on these girls. I mean, she does hit hard. She gets a reaction. Like I said, she's not putting them down. Like she's just overwhelming them with big shots. Whereas we've seen Cyborg, if you let her get a good clean 2 shots on her, you're probably going down.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but Cyborg's not going to be able to hit you more than twice. She's going to hurt her hands. Cyborg is actually.
Oh no, dude! I'm telling you, Joe. I would bet you, but you're my homie. I don't want to take the money from you. I'd rather take money from the books. But if you would give me like 1-to-1 odds on that, I would bet you and Venmo you instantly if Cyborg lost. I would happily pay you 1-to-1 on that fight.
I don't know, bro. My problem is so like I like Cyborg and I think she's real good and real powerful and I think she's a good striker and all those good compliments for her. But I can also honestly and sincerely say she has probably the worst striking defense I've ever seen in women's MMA. And we've seen it really bad. We've seen Chelsea Chandler, for Christ's sake. Chris Cyborg can't stop a punch to save her life. You throw a punch at Chris Cyborg, if you know how to throw it, it lands. The problem is everybody's afraid to throw on her because she's got so much power. As soon as they feel it, Chris is smart. She'll come out and hit you in the fucking arm or just throw one at you so you can feel it when you block it. And she puts the fear into women. And they shell up a little bit of a John Jones effect because Chris Cyborg, there has got to be a Chris Cyborg effect for another woman when you step
Oh,
in.
I'm sure she there's an intimidation factor for sure.
But she has Trace. I'm not talking shit. If you go watch her, I'm not talking shit. She has like non-existing striking defense. I know she's been boxing, so she's probably been working on it. But that's with big gloves. She, I've never seen her. I've never seen her stop a flurry. Again, she hasn't fought the type of women that can fight like she can fight. So maybe it's not a fair comparison, but
I'm just saying, like Beck Rollins hit her like 80 times, dog. If Chris Cyborg hit her 80 times, there probably wouldn't be nothing left of her. But
I see BKFC. I think it's different, bro. So I think BKFC. I don't think Beck could beat Chris, but I don't think it looks like everybody thinks it looks. I don't think it looks the way everybody thinks it looks at all. I think Beth could probably extend her, bro. Really wholeheartedly.
for what it's worth, I hope we find out. But yeah, I don't want to delve too long. We're already about 15 minutes into our start. So
Let D get it real quick, just
yeah,
because he had it up for a while, and then we'll
yeah.
jump
Go
in.
ahead, D. What you got on this? What you got, brother?
I think it's interesting when we have like Chris Cyborg because I mean, like, has Chris won exchanges in phone booth style fighting? I can't remember the last time
Never,
where. Okay, that's what I thought.
never.
Because I was like thinking, like, we've never seen Chris in phone booth. If in exchange with Nunez, it was at least in distant. There's no way, given shape or form, Chris wins in phone booth because like she gets tagged quite a bit. Uh, Even if it's not Nunez, give me a prime Holly Holm. Skeptical take, but it's my take. I don't care.
Oh no, I 100% agree. Nunez beats her, but I'm talking about Fahea. If you think Fahea is going to walk down Chris Cyborg, I do believe 100% Chris or Fahea will definitely have that Chris Cyborg effect. She's not going to walk her down. She's not gonna want to walk into those bombs, dog. Like that's just not gonna happen.
Last thing I do want to say, can Chris come back to the UFC despite their not so great relationship?
Oh,
I
Dana White's foremost, first and foremost, a businessman. If it makes a lot of money and it makes a lot of sense, he will 100% give her a one fight deal,
did
make a
you just
shitload of money.
I'm sorry, Trace, but did you just ask if Dana White gets the chance to steal PFL's Cyborg Taylor Harrison fight? Will he? Yes. Yes, he will.
Oh yeah,
Holy shit! I mean,
He'll do it just because of that. He will do it
because
just
they
because of that.
dropped the fucking
he's
ball.
gonna he's gonna
They dropped the fucking ball.
debunk the home fight and then bring in brother. That's hilarious.
It's possible. All right. I know I've dragged that one. Trace probably
That's
wasn't trying
fine.
to say that.
All right, we're good. We're gonna close out that subject and we're gonna kick it back out to Andrew. Andrew, what do we got for the first fight of the night, my man?
We're talking fights now? Let's do it.
Let's get it.
We're gonna start off with the heavyweight division, ladies and gentlemen. We have Thomas Peterson making his UFC debut. He's going to be taking on Jamal Pogues. We have 8-1 Thomas Peterson versus 10-4 Jamal Pogues. Jamal Pogues is 2 inches taller at 6'3", and he has a 3-inch reach advantage, 77-74. I always love these matchups because you got the Southpaw versus the Orthodox, so that always is fun. I don't have too much on this fight personally. It's low-level heavyweights. You know how I rock. Me and Usman were one and the same. Low-level heavyweights, not a lot of finishing upside. The over 1.5, I feel, is just absolutely free. It is juiced. The over 2.5, I am still considering. I understand that Peterson has submission ability, but Pogues is also no scrub on the ground. So I feel like even if he can't win the fight, I feel like he can draw it out. So the 1.5 over is locked in. The 2.5 is probably going to be locked in. I just haven't locked it in myself. But when it comes to low level heavyweights, I don't bet fighters. I bet overs. Trace, buddy, what's up?
Yeah, I don't hate those bets. I did take a few shots on the fight potentially going under. I took a shot on Thomas Peterson via submission at I believe it was plus 850. I did a half unit on that, and I also took Peterson round one, round two submissions. I know he doesn't have a lot of submissions on his resume. He's mostly a T or KO guy, but one of the things we do see a lot on the UFC is you see a lot less KOs. You see a lot more ground and pound turning into submissions because the guys are tougher, a little bit more durable, and they're willing to eat a little more punishment, but they make mistakes and roll into chokes. And I'm hoping to see Jamal Pogues make that same mistake. I'm hoping we see Thomas Peterson come out there and look to get to work pretty quickly. He's a good wrestler, wrestled in college. He did look to be like he's a little bit less in shape than he was last time, but yeah, I think if he can go out there and get this fight done early, but if he doesn't get it done in the first round, I do think we see a decision where we see as Andrew was alluding to the over props hitting. So yeah, like I said, I did a sprinkle as Joe loves to call it on a few submission props that I just thought was way too wide, way too wide. Joe, what about you?
I'm backing Andrew on the over 1.5. Andrew, don't be silly. Wasting your time on the 2.5. We've seen too many of these low level heavyweights gas going into the third and get finished early. The rule is bet the over 1.5. If the over 1.5 is the alt, take the shit line and take it anyway. So just backing Andrew on that based on the rule of betting and nothing else because rules exist for a reason.
All right. If we don't have anybody else on this fight, we will move on to the next one. Is anybody on the Pogue side? All right, go ahead.
I was on him all week, but he looks like a fucking tub of lard, so I couldn't get on a spot with that.
Fair enough. All right, Andrew, let's move it on to the next fight then. That's a nice, short, quick one.
All right, we're going to move to the lightweight division. We have Landon Quinones taking on Markel Medeiros. Landon is 7-2-1. Medeiros is 8-1. Medeiros is 1 inch taller, 5'10" to 5'9", but Quinones has the 1 inch reach advantage. And I'm gonna say it again because I love these matches. We have the Southpaw versus the Orthodox, so that is always fun. I personally have nothing on this fight. I'm not even gonna bullshit. Does anyone have anything on this fight? This might be a quick one.
Oh,
I
my
forgot
bad,
Uh,
what
bro.
fight you even said.
My bad. I had to set my daughter down. I set the phone on the table. Can anybody tell me if he's yet related to Yancy? Nobody got nothing, huh? Better go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually surprised at the line movement on this fight. I think Medeiros is at a minus 120 something, and he was started off as a minus two, as like minus 220, I believe. So that means a lot of people see something in Quinones that I honestly just don't see. In my eyes, Medeiros is just better everywhere. He knows how to use his feints. He knows how to time his strikes. He's the harder puncher, and he knows how to grapple, and he has the cardio to grapple for 15 minutes. When Quinones went up against Nasrat, the only impressive thing he did was land the leg kicks, which Nasrat wasn't checking anyway. He was just going to counter it with his left hook. And the left hook was there all day. Quinones never addressed it. He just kept getting hit with left hook after left hook after left hook after left hook. I don't see how a person who gets hit that many times with one shot and doesn't address it is the. I don't see what people see in that. I think Medeiros is the favorite, rightfully so, and should be a bigger favorite. So whatever the line is at now, I believe people should just jump on it.
That's a hot take, bro. I still don't know. So I've known Yancy Medeiros, however it's said. Same last name, has been super active on social media this week. I'm trying to figure out if that's his brother. I don't know what it matters to me. Uh, just want to know, I guess. Not a fight I'm super on. Daniel.
Yeah, I wonder that too, because Yancey has been he's been active all day. I think they might be related. But as for me, honestly, I like both these guys. I just gave it to the coin. I let the coin decide, and I decide Quinones because you know me. Quinones is from Florida. Medeiros is from Factory X Muay Thai, Colorado. I got family in both places, so I had to give it to the coin toss. So I choose Quinones by TKO round three.
all right, so from now on, we're not going to do the if it's somebody just you're just going off of because you just think you like them or there's something. I need somebody to give a take that's going to give a reason why they think that guy's going to win, not just because they got family that's related to them. Just moving forward, like legitimate takes, please, guys. Um, I don't care who gets on the mic, but just if you've got to take, make it a serious one. Respect everybody's time for being in here. Usman, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why the line is coming down so much on Landon. I'm a big fan. Landon. I always go with tough.
I was almost certain you were
But
coming in
my
here to fight for him.
but my bet is going to be the over. If there's anything that you can take away from that Nasrat fight, is the boy is tough as hell, and I'll be hitting on that over and hoping he sneaks out that decision.
It seems to me like the
That's a
general
good one.
consensus is that people are thinking that he's going to come in here with the high volume, like the toughness, like Usman is speaking about, and basically just high volume cardio and toughness over power. It seems to be what the general consensus is for the people that are voting for Quinones. And I've always been a cardio guy. Like if the guys are pretty close and somebody's at a cardio edge, ABCs of gambling is always bet on cardio. Um, so yeah, for me, this fight would be this line is it's just dog or pass. I know there was better line on Quinones earlier in the week. I wasn't there to see it or wasn't able to get onto it, but I think he could possibly get the early KO. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun fight. I do think this fight more than likely goes over though. Like I think it was Joe that was saying that. Better. Good.
The problem was that is that I don't see the cardio. Like his shots when he throws his shots, yeah, he has the cardio to throw shots, but he doesn't really throw power behind it. He throws little pop shots to set up his power shots. Medeiros knows how to use his defensive movement. He rolls with shots a lot. And if you watch his fight with Michael Murphy, look, don't let that record fool you. Murphy is a fucking hard fight for anybody. He grappled that man and held him down for 15 minutes and kept doing it. Although he did make a mistake at the end and got his back taken. But you can see the cardio is with Medeiros. And I think everything is just with Medeiros. Quinones has a good he just has a good setup with his power shots. That's it. But he is always open to be countered. He never addresses that. And I watched a lot of tape on this dude. I knew that left hook of Nasrat was gonna be there before the fight started, and he got hit with it throughout the fight. Everything is on Medeiros' side. I believe he should be a big favorite, and this fucking line, bro. I I don't know, man. And maybe there's people out there that are betting on Quinones that see something I don't see. I've been burned twice by line movements like these before, where I was on the side of the favorite, then all of a sudden, like the line drastically changed to the other side, and I see that happening now. So I don't know what it is other people are saying, but I see everything on is in favor of Medeiros.
All right, let's get somebody else on the mic. I do have one thing I think needs to be said from this last card though. I think one thing we learned last week is that we need to reestablish that the Canadian fade is once again a real fucking thing, and we all got jumped into that false pretense that they could do it, that false hope, and we learned not to do that again. But our Canadian women did hold strong for us. They did do the inevitable, and Jillian Robertson, as always, has been a cash cow for me. Uh, Usman, what do you got, brother? Let's keep these responses short and sweet for time's sake. I want to keep it moving, guys.
Yeah, real quick, I was just gonna say global odds on Cap MMA still have Quinones at plus 112, so I think we're still getting Medeiros at a good line. To answer Better's question, I think the reason why the line has come down so much, besides just recency bias, is that Quinones is going to be aggressive and he's going to be the one moving forward. We saw that in the tough fight. And I think that was a big reason on why he had success in the Nasrat fight, was because both of them were coming forward and meeting each other. I think he might be doing a lot more chasing because Better is kind of right with the defensive roles and footwork and whatnot. Um, it's going to be a tough one. That's why I said my main bet is over.
YB, real quick.
I was just gonna say, I felt like early in the week, I felt like it was kind of an easy spot for Landon, just because they gave him a really bad matchup last time. Like he obviously wasn't gonna beat Nazrat. But when you just think about it, I think you just really have to, if you're really confident on a side, pick it. But just go with what Usman said, do the over, because the other dude is on a 6-fight freaking win streak, and you can't really bet against that. But it's also his first fight in the UFC, so take that fucking over and don't trouble yourself too much.
There we go. You heard that. The over is law, boys. Andrew, let's get on to this next fight, my man.
Let's move on to the flyweight division, everyone. We have Luana Carolina, Miss I Don't Want to Make Weight. She's taking on Yulia Stolyarenko. So here we go. Luana is 9-4. Yulia is 11-8-2. Um, Average fight time 13 minutes for Luana, 9.5 minutes for Yulia. Pretty similar in height. Yulia has a 1 inch reach. I'm sorry, 1 inch height advantage. I'm sorry. Luana has a 3 inch reach advantage. Both fight orthodox. I actually do want to dive into the stats because they actually have more than, one or two fights in the UFC. So Luana puts out 4.6 strikes per minute. She takes back four. Yulia puts out 2.8, but takes back 4.5. Striking defense is about the same, 47-44. Luana doesn't do any takedowns, but her takedown defense is 76%. Yulia averages about a takedown per 15 minutes, and she's got 62% takedown defense. I don't know, man. I don't really want to overthink this fight. This is either Luana by decision or Yulia by sub. I don't really have a betting interest in this fight, but I know Trace put his hand up first. We'll rock with him, and then we'll keep it going.
Yeah, I think you pretty much nailed it right on the head with your short little explanation there, with it being Julia submission early or Carolina late, or Carolina by decision late. And I wouldn't even be surprised if she could get Julia tired and out of sorts in the third round and get a finish. But I would say Carolina's the better minute winner versus Julia, who's gonna be the better moment winner. Usually, I like to go with the better minute winner, but I do think Julia should be able to get her out. She's probably one of the most efficient armbar fighters in the UFC. Yeah, she's pretty consistent with it, and I think she can get Carolina in the armbar pretty early in the fight, honestly. But yeah, I'll have Julia in my parlays. Joe, you're pretty quick behind me. Go ahead.
I'm on the other side. I don't think Julia should be the favorite. She's a one trick pony. She fucking sucks. Um, the only time we've ever seen Luna submitted was to a knee bar to Lipsky, which I have zero worry about Julia Stolienko hitting something as amazing as a knee bar or anything like that. Julia is not good. Um, she squeaks by one or two. I don't know how she's still in the UFC. She is a favorite. You can get Luna at dog money. Global dog on her is plus 121. So you can get her at, let me see, as high as 132. Who's that from? Just to shout them out. From Betfair. Betfair's always got pretty nice lines, man. Yeah, I just think it's dog or pass on this one. Julia fucking sucks. She's got 90 seconds to win the fight, and then her gas tank just starts emptying, in my opinion. I don't know who was next. I'm going to kick it to Better.
Got Usman, go host
Oh, my
first.
bad. My bad.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. Just to hit back on those last two, I do not have the split strat ready, but both of these first two fights check the mark on the goes to the distance line and goes to split line. So I'll be probably parlaying the over when it comes to this one. I don't give a damn if Julia Stoliarenko is fighting a legless fucking zombie corpse. I will never bet her at fucking dog money. I mean, favorite money, shall I say? These lines for the split strat, damn near almost hit both checks. That goes the distance is a plus 110, and split hits it easily at plus 300. Give me the over. And actually, I probably won't hit the over if it's gonna go that far. I'm going to bet Luana. I think she is just a better fighter all around, even though she's quite garbage as well. Better.
Jesus, y'all ain't got nothing nice to say about these girls. Look,
Hey, and better. I'm usually the defender of WMMA, bro.
hey, I get it. I get it. I love women's MMA too, but look, I'm probably on board with y'all about these two women. But I will say the Julija. Stolyarenko. I do not believe she gets that sub in a minute. There's a way different level between Molly McCann's takedown defense and Luana's takedown defense. Um, she knows how to defend takedowns, mainly because she knows how to use her size to her advantage, and she knows how to use her length to her advantage too. Remember, Loopy had a hard time wrestling that girl. So I believe this is going to go over. As far as who's going to win, I believe y'all are underestimating how good Stolyarenko's striking is. She is a really good striker, and it's volume that really um, gets her to not throw as much anymore. Like that stat that y'all gave early on, she is a really good striker. She knows how to time it. She knows how to throw in volume. And even if you like start throwing volume back, she'll get in there for a minute. But if you start tagging her up, then she'll start feeling defeated. So I believe the over is a good bet. As far as who's gonna win, I don't know because Carolina kind of brings it on later on in the rounds. But I think Stolyarenko would get the better of the striking early. So over is the bet.
Daniel, 45 seconds. Go.
Storyanko will win this by submission. You are right. She is a one-trick pony, but it works for her. Sometimes, like, one move's all you need. So I'm getting at the Storyanko submission round one. By the way, she's a two-time champion. She's better than Coriana, who missed weight, mind you.
Bro, it was crazy because Luana weighed in at 129. And Yulia said, if you want to fight, you're going to lose one more pound. So she went back and lost one more pound just so the fight would go on. That's fucking nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking gangster move, bro. To be
It kind
honest,
of is, right?
That is gang. That is
fucking gangster ass move. Like, nah, fuck you. Go lose the weight. Be a man. I mean, I know they're women, but be a fucking
interesting.
man.
Right.
Like, that's pretty.
So she said, you're going to go lose another pound and I'm going to take a percentage of your purse.
YB, 30 seconds.
I'm just gonna leave you with Luana, round 3 KO.
I don't hate it, man. Like I said, I feel like it could happen. Charles, what's up, my man?
Yeah, just tailing on that, I like Luana a lot. I like her money line. I like round two, round three. I think Storyalenko has shit cardio. She's coming down to flyweight. I look at her record. 10 of her 11 wins are in round one. If she can't get the round one sub, she's done. I think another good way to play this, and that I'm also doing, I'm taking 1 unit on Luana and then 0.25 units on Storyalenko round one.
Yep, I don't hate it, man. I think we lined up pretty well on that one. Uh, that's 9 minutes on that fight. That's too much time, boys. Let's get it out. Andrew, what's next?
I feel like this might be a short one. I'm sure someone's going to talk up Blake Builder like crazy, though. But here we go. Featherweight division. Zhang Yang Li is taking on Blake Builder. Zhang Yang Li is 10-1. Builder is 8-1. Li is 5'10. Builder's 5'8. 5-inch reach advantage for Li. 73 inches to 68. Lee fights orthodox, Builder fights switch. I'm not even going to bother going into stats because they don't really have many fights in the UFC. Does anyone want to kick this fight off?
Not a big fight for me. I don't have a lot
Yeah,
on this.
me. I thought I had my
I
hand
kind of
up.
go ahead, Joe.
Oh, I think we're delayed a couple seconds from each other, Trace. I think that's what's happening. All right. After this take, I'm gonna remove myself as host and re-enter so that we can try to get back on the same pace. Anyway, so Lee is a real. He's one of the top Asian prospects right now. This dude is the real deal. I actually taped him because he was on Road to UFC, whatever the fuck it was called. He was on that show. I don't know why I looked him up, but I have looked in the league. He's the real deal, and he has kind of fought a who's who of like some Asian. I shouldn't say who's who, but he's fought some steep competition over in the Asian circuit. However, the if you go tape him and you go watch him, I do not think he handles pressure well. He's always the super pressure, super fast guy. He tries to get it done in 30 fucking seconds. But when he can't, he doesn't seem to hold the pace. So I think Blake Builder will actually overwhelm him. But I probably would be hesitant to tell anybody to tail me on that. I'd probably be hesitant to be. I would probably have hesitation to tell anybody to bet overconfidently on this fight because Lee is the real deal. But I really believe Builder's pressure is going to be enough to just shut him down. I don't think he's going to know what to do with it. I think it will see an overwhelming effect. That's all I got.
Yeah, for me it's gonna be a pass, man. I don't feel the need to force myself to bet this fight. I bet Blake Builder in his last fight or the what's his debut fight, the one he really shit the bed and lost against Kyle Nelson. And I just said I would not bet Blake Builder again. And yeah, I'm gonna hold true to that. I'm gonna pass around this fight, but give me the Asian to win the fight. Co-host, let's go to Usman.
Man, Joe scared me there for a bit. I'm really trying to be disciplined and not bet fights that I don't give a damn on, but he almost had me. One guy's a fucking Asian star, but he's gonna lose. I don't know. I ain't betting this shit. Go ahead, Daniel.
I'm all in on Balder. They both these guys are are finishers. They like to go to the ground, but Balders likes to be more on the ground while Lee does it standing more of the time. So I'm gonna pick Balder. I mean, sorry, Blind, but shit, Builder by submission round one.
Can I
Joe.
just jump back in for a split second and say, if you're not confident on either side, I think there's strong reason to bet fight goes the distance. No, um, either the path for either guy is going to be to get it finished. Of course, any fight, high level, could go the distance, whatever, blah 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 blah. But the probability for this one not to go the distance has got to be high. I haven't looked at it yet. I would bet you it's almost dog or probably dog money, favorite money, shit money on it. Yeah, it's definitely a play if you're not on this fight or on either side. Rather, it's definitely a good play in my opinion. Better.
You're right. The over is at a pick 'em right now, so I would recommend go over. The reason being is because Builder likes to move a lot, and you're right about the pressure of Lee. Lee likes the pressure, but he doesn't chase. So he likes to slowly be measured in his pressure and likes to time his shots. And he is a power striker, and I believe that's what's going to win him the fight because he knows how to time it, and he has really good wrestling defense. Even though against Yaji Yaju, that was such a close fight, but he handled it well. I think he handles pressure well. He just has to be aware of once he's not able to get his opponents out of there, he has to be aware of the other facets of MMA. So he just takes his time a little bit more after the first round. So I think this is all favor of Lee. I already put my bet in on Lee, just 130. But other than that, bet the over.
So I would just counter that by saying that I felt like that Yai, or however you say that dude's name, because I watched that fight. That was his first real step up. Like he beat some real guys. Like I don't want to take away from that, but then there was Yi. Dude was that was the prospect, was how I felt. That was the dude they thought was coming through this. And he got him split decision the distance, but I feel like as soon as he ran into a certain level of competition, it's just not there for him. I don't think Blake Builder's the guy that's going to come out and just get him and get finished inside fucking 30 seconds. So after the first 90 seconds, bro, I think literally it starts favoring Builder, as crazy as that sounds, after about 90 seconds.
Really, you don't think he handled Zia really well? I thought he did. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, he realized, oh, this is not going to be the fight that I thought it was, because he really went in there like, I'm about to finish this man in the first minute. but once he realized it wasn't going that way, he had to slow it down.
Yeah, and yeah, okay, so yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna try to reiterate to you, bro. Is like you could see that he didn't know until he was about 4 or 5 minutes into the fight, and then he knew, like, fuck, dude, I can't do anything to this guy. Um, and I mean, I guess he handled it, but bro, he there's good argument that Lee lost that fight, bro. There's very good argument that Lee lost that fight.
Yeah, you're right. I thought he lost the fight though. Yeah, I agree with you. That I did think he lost the fight.
So I don't know. I don't ever tell people change their bet, and I bet very small units, bro. I bet just because I enjoy the the betting aspect. I bet very small units. So don't tell me, man. But I just, man, I think Builder is gonna get this one.
Okay.
Andrew, what's up next?
See, I told you that shit would happen, bro. I
Trace.
told you it would. Welterweight division time. We have Themba Garimbo. I think he's the guy that met The Rock. He is taking on Pete Rodriguez. Themba Garimbo is 11-4. Pete is 5-1. Garimbo is a lot taller. He's 6'1" to 5'9". Also has a 6-inch reach, 77 to 71. Garimbo is an orthodox fighter. Pete Rodriguez fights switch. They've both only had a couple fights in the UFC. I don't know, man. I do ultimately think Garimbo's going to be able to get him down and sub him. Pete Rodriguez just doesn't have a lot of experience in MMA, man. He's just going to try to walk you down and bully you and try to knock you out. And if he can't do that, he's going to lose. Garimbo at minus 240 is a little bit too steep for me, so I may just take the submission at plus 105. Other than that, I mean, Pete's live for a knockout. If you're trying to play the other side and you're one of those guys who wants to play like a half a unit or something, he's live for a knockout potentially. But I just think Garimbo is too experienced for him. Trace, what you got, bro?
Yeah, man, this is a Bellator fight, bro. This is a very low level fight. Not really too interested in betting it, but Simba should be the better fighter all around. He should be able to go out there and win this fight. Would I be shocked if Pete Rodriguez goes out there and knocks this guy out? No, but yeah, it's a dog or pass fight, and I don't really have any interest in betting the dog in this fight either. So it's a pass for me, but Simba should win. Daniel, go ahead.
Therma does have more experience. He can go a distance and he can sub people. So I would say either decision or submission, but judging by the numbers, he has more finishes than decision. I'm gonna give this submission round one, like or round three. Either way, Grimbo by submission.
Better.
Yeah. I passed on fighting on this too. I think Themba should be. He's the rightful favorite because he has such relentless grappling. But the boxing of Pete Rodriguez is so good. If you watch that Jack Della Maddalena fight, even though he got knocked out, he showed really good boxing in that fight. And that is my reason I passed because he you can see the power he carries, and if Themba gets caught, it's over. So I think he wins. I think Themba wins, but I can't bet on that.
YB.
Themba round one K the submission. This is MMA, not boxing, baby.
Take it, Joe.
Thimba gets a lot of love in the MMA community, including with training partners and in the gym. Just whatever. Just throw that out there. I'm not on this fight, but that shit matters when you're looking at upcoming talent, man. Whoever is getting, I mean, better gym, better coaches, better love, better training partners. It all fucking matters. And there's a huge slant for Themba on this one. I'm skipping this fight. Themba at fucking minus two anything. The dumbest line I've ever heard in my life. So skip.
Damn, Joe, you really had an opportunity to say better gym, better training partners, better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Bro,
And then you
stop
could have
plugging
ended it with
shit we're
better
not getting
times.
paid for. What are you doing, bro? We're not getting paid by Papa John's. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, on that note, we'll close that fight out. Andrew, what's coming up, bro?
Damn, Joe's angry. Holy shit.
He must be a Domino's guy.
Yeah.
Everybody's a Domino's guy.
Fuck Domino's.
Kick whoever
I'm
said that.
sorry. I'm
Hungry
sorry.
how we
That's
doing?
funny. All right, we're going to the flyweight division, gentlemen. We have Azat Moxum taking on Inner G Charles Johnson. Moxum is undefeated, 17-0. Charles Johnson is 13-6. 5'7" to 5'9" in favor of Charles Johnson. They both have the same reach at 70 inches. Moxum fights southpaw. Johnson fights switch. I just wanted to say that so Charles Johnson has obviously been losing to grappling heavy fighters. He tends to settle for position or to get held a lot, which ultimately loses his fights. I commented on one of his tweets after his last fight, and I told him, I'm like, hey man, you're clearly not getting any favorable matchups, you know. But I do believe in the fact that you can go out there and train for those weaknesses, you know. So what does he do? He takes a short notice fight like this again. I don't know, man. I don't know. An undefeated fighter who's good at grappling. It's not a very favorable matchup to me. Trace, do you want to kick this off? Joe, do you want to kick this
Yeah,
off? You guys want to
I'm gonna
fight
lay it
for
out
it?
to you. I'm gonna lay it out to you quick and simple. This is how the fight's gonna go down. As that's gonna go out there for the first two rounds and dominate him. In the third round, Johnson's gonna figure out that he can land a fucking jab, and he's gonna start jabbing this man up. He's gonna hurt him and start having success in the third round and win the third round. But as always, it's too late, and he loses the decision. As at Maxon 29-28, wins round one and two, drops round three, unanimous decision. Usman or Joe, go ahead, Joe.
Um, I'm pulling for energy because we should all like energy around here. Fanning out on this one. Charles ain't got no path to victory, in my opinion. If he finds that jab was the you kind of stole my thunder there. Um, the jab is his only. If he finds the jab, live bet him. If he finds the jab in the first round and you're not on him, get on him as fast as you fucking can. Um, but if he don't find it in the first, just forget it. It's exactly what Trey said.
Ozzy, if you at any point have any crazy ass props that you found again this week and you want to share them, request a mic, brother. We'd love to hear them. We love those crazy ass lines you find. Usman, take the mic, bro.
Yeah. Everybody who is a better should love Charles Johnson. Love him to hell. He took Zalga's spot and provides the exact same thing. Free over, free over, free over. If it's chalky, put it in a parlay. Just hit the over. You gotta love a guy who gives you free money.
100% agree, man. Yeah, that's pretty good. Daniel, then we'll pass it off to better.
No hate for the Energy Johnson. I had the privilege to talk to him. He's a nice guy. He keeps showing up. Ain't no stopping him. If he loses, he still comes back. But that's why I say Energy Johnson TKO round three. He's going to probably he might lose the first two rounds, but he'll come back like Neil Manley and get that TKO finish, or even like Tim Boach, something like that. That's he
Yeah,
might.
Unfortunately, Maxon is not Canadian, so he will be tough, and he will withstand, my brother.
Mac Mac Maxum, his O will go.
Ooh, no,
I
you
bet on
didn't,
that.
boy.
Oh
I bet on
shit.
him.
Oh hell no! Better fight this man.
Okay, the problem with that is that usually those other two wrestlers they exhausted themselves wrestling over wrestling because Charles Johnson makes them work. So by the time they're in the third round, they're tired and they're getting touched up by Charles. But unfortunately, he's too tired to put any real power behind his punches. Azad is one of those wrestlers that he is so good at wrestling that he is willing to strike and he can be aggressive with it because he knows he can always just wrestle. And he doesn't really overexert himself because he has a controlling style. He doesn't really make you give you space to work with. So this is going to be a Moxum fight 30-27.
Yeah, I don't hate it, man. YB, what you got, bro?
You can never bet on Charles Johnson or Charles fucking Jourdain. Fuck Charles as a name unless you're Oliveira. You have to pick his opponent by decision. He's gonna fucking lose. I don't know why he did the short notice thing, as Andrew said, bro. He had posted one day on Twitter like, "What should I do to get better?" and da 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 da. What should I do like to improve my career? And then he keeps doing this shit.
Well,
It's
I
over.
think it's most. I think it's mostly he's not in a position to turn down any fights that they offer him. I feel like it's like he's lost all these fights, and they're like, "Oh, hey, we got a fight for you." Do you tell him no and end up not ever fighting in the UFC again? I figure that's kind of the way you gotta look at it. But that's good enough on this fight. Andrew, what you got next?
We're gonna move on to the
Listen,
strawweight
bro, you
division.
get to do tail of the tape on this one, so don't you give the only take that there is right after you do. You just pass it off to someone with their hand up. Because there's
Joe,
only
you've
one.
been feisty all night. Is everything okay, bro?
We're good.
This
All
bitch is
right.
Joe, go smoke a
sniffy.
J, bro.
We're gonna kick it off in the strawweight division. We have a very exciting and very highly anticipated rematch. We have Molly Meatball McCann taking on the Warrior Princess Diana Belbita. Molly McCann is 13-6. Belbita is 15-8. Um, they both have fairly similar fight time, 11 minutes to about 13. Diana Belbita is 3 inches taller. She also has a 6-inch reach advantage. They both fight orthodox. On the feet, they both have a lot of output. Um, Molly Meatball McCann puts out 5.6 strikes and takes back 4.9. Belbita puts out 6.5 and takes back 6.4. Neither one of them do a ton of grappling. Both of them are coming off of losses, so someone has to win. Um, I think Joe has something on this fight, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we're gonna go ahead and let him kick this off.
This is the freest over fight goes the distance of your life. Do not be silly. Do not say, no, this one can finish that one, or that one can finish this one. Yeah, don't do it. Just it goes the distance. Molly's not a real finisher. However, my actual take is I can't get him, but if you can get the over unders on the strikes, have a very close look at that. The strikes probably go over in this one. These two women are going to bang. This is going to be a fun fight, in my opinion. I actually think this could be like not fight of the night, but one of them ones that they talk about it being fight of the night until the real fight of the night happens. But yeah, if you can get those props, definitely find them. I can't get them from anything in Michigan. If anybody knows how to get them in Michigan, please let me know. Yeah, that's all I got.
Somewhere along the lines, we started to mistake Meatball Molly for being a good fighter. She
One
is a
elbow,
fun
bro. One
fighter.
elbow. One elbow, Chris.
She is a
It was
fun
two
fighter.
elbows.
She is a fun fighter, not a good fighter. She is out there to sling leather and be entertaining, and that's what she wants to be now. She doesn't care about. I don't even think she cares about winning. I think she wants to be the most exciting woman in women's MMA, which she may be up there for that title. But reality is, this fight is closer to maybe like a 140. Meatball Molly being a minus 140 favorite, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Bobita go out here with being the longer fighter, use the reach and out volume Meatball Molly. I think Molly will have the bigger moments, but I think Belbita will have the volume and just the success at range. But do I want to be holding a dog ticket when it goes to a decision with Meatball Molly being the bigger fan favorite? Probably not. She probably gets a nod for the decisions because the judges. I mean, she's the fan favorite. I think this fight plays out rather closely, but like Joe said, I would just take the over. I
Does
wouldn't.
that,
It's dog or pass, but just take
does
the
anybody
over.
know who's the better grappler on here? Who's the better on the ground?
It doesn't
Well,
matter.
Vinny,
We're not gonna
Vinny,
grab.
Vinny,
Molly is.
Molly is.
hey, hold up, hold up. Hands, guys, hands, guys. There's an order to this shit.
I
Make
don't
sure
have
you
a
get your
hands
hands
thing.
up.
All I have is like a wave thing, and I've been waving and it doesn't work. I don't know what the heck. Sorry.
All right, well, all good, brother. Usman, go ahead.
Yeah, just on principle, man. I've always said if we have two or more women on the card that are over minus 200, one of them is going to lose. I definitely don't think it's going to be the other woman that's over minus 200. And just like Stanko, I'm not playing Molly McCann at a big fucking favorite line. So instead of picking a fighter, and I'll probably parlay the over, let's get a little sexy and hit goes to split.
I like it, man. I do think if you're going to play Meatball Molly, don't fall into the trap of thinking she's this knockout artist. I don't. Belbita is historically tough. She's only lost by submissions, I do believe, in decisions. Um, of the two, she has the grappling advantage. I would imagine. I figure if she has 4 submission wins, I'm just saying, man, just play this fight smart. Take the over. Take the free over, like Usman and Joe had said.
Yeah, you guys
Don't
know the
ever.
likelihood when people bet on fighters that were contemplating retirement that historically doesn't go over very well.
Yeah, just don't overthink it. Don't shoot yourself in the foot on this one, guys. Uh, Vinny, what you got on this fight, bro?
Well, I was just gonna say, man, Molly McCann's been losing a lot lately. I mean, she started up fire when she was in when the UFC was in the UK. I think it was more of a fan. I really don't like her. She's a Patty Pimplett sidekick, I think. So I would think Velveeta will probably definitely win this fight. If she could take it to the ground, like you said, she's got 4 submissions. Patty Pimblett sucks on the ground. I mean, the over, I like it too, but I mean, if you got to choose somebody, I guess I would go with Belvita.
It's the Joe Rogan effect. She went on the JRE podcast. Joe Rogan said she's an awesome fighter, and the world went ape shit. That's just how it worked with Joe Rogan. She's not bad. She's fun, but she's not a world. She's not a world beater. Joe, then go to better after you're done, Joe.
Nope, I want to close it.
Okay. Better go.
All right. Well, actually, yeah, man. I think Molly's just not a top level fighter. She's actually well rounded, and they fought before. Molly was able to get in on her strikes, and she was able to control her on the ground. The only difference between now and then, besides the few years, is that this is now at a lower weight class, and Molly didn't look bad on the scales. She looked good, and Diana had to get the little curtain so she can make this weight. But the grappling advantage is on Molly's side because we've already seen it happen before. The striking is also on Molly's side because not only did she outstrike her the first fight, she's dealt with bigger fighters in the upper weight class. She's never been the bigger fighter. So her head movement and her way to get in and out is going to win her this fight. Now, albeit she does dip her head a little bit too much and those knees will be available, as long as she avoids the big ones, I think this is her by decision anyway.
Young boy, go ahead.
So I'm gonna start this off, and I'm not just talking shit when I say this. Diana is really pretty, and that she's just, like, I don't say that like haha she's pretty. No, like she's too pretty to be doing this. And she's got on her, like, if you look at her Twitter at all, because she comes up on my shit, it's all like pictures and look at me in this dress and look at me in these shorts and da 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 da. She has won 2 fights out of her last 6. She just said she wanted to retire after the last fight. She skated by Marie Oliveira or whatever, just You could. I don't like Molly's money line, but you could hammer it in this spot. Even decision line. Give me a Molly decision for all the money and all the Monopoly money in the world.
Daniel.
Hell no. Molly McMahon is fun, but she's missed weight. She's only known for the Spain elbow. Joe's right. So, and she's lost twice in a row by a finish. She's been defeated by submission.
She didn't
I'm
miss
I'm
weight. She
keeping
looked great.
I'm keeping it simple. Belvita by submission. The latest round two. She has 5 wins, 5 stops round one, 4 in round two. Belvita may be knocked out someday, just not this Saturday by Molly McMahon. Belvita submission.
All right, Joe, close this one out for us.
All right, no comment from anybody. Go to the next fight after I say this. But it got brought up twice. Usman, I just want to remind you that Henry Cejudo has mentioned retirement after if he loses the Marab fight twice. Fade your hero. Andrew, what's next?
Yay! We're going to the welterweight division. I'm actually thinking
Wait a
this.
minute. No, fuck this guy. There was no need to bring that up, you son of a
Bro,
bitch.
Listen, this is Trace's space, and he don't take none of that fucking off-topic bullshit. Now shut it and let Andrew go.
welterweight division time. Gilbert Urbina versus Charles Radke. Gilbert is 7-3. Charles is 8-3. Gilbert is 6'3". Charles is 5'9". Gilbert Urbina has a 75-inch reach. To Charles's 72-inch reach. They both fight orthodox. I'm not reading stats because they barely have any fights combined between them. And yeah, I have 0 on this fight. I'm gonna watch this as a spectator. Go ahead, Trace. You got anything on this one?
Man, did we finally break the Urbina curse? Did it take a whole family of Urbinas to finally find one that can actually get not only get a win in the UFC, but is also doing he's just had a successful UFC run. Yeah, I don't think very highly of Radke. I think Gilbert Urbina should be able to go in here and piece him up with the kickboxing, being the bigger, rangier fighter. I took I don't remember the exact the line or the exact number I got on it, but the round 1 or 2 KO prop on FanDuel for for Urbina. I hit that for 1 unit, and then I do have Urbina in a few parlays for his money line. Yeah, give me the Mexican fighter. I think he gets to stop it here. Usman.
Yeah, so I live about 15 minutes away from the Urbina family, and you know me, I'm gonna go with family, man. So I'm gonna back up Urbina.
I know you just didn't do that, you son of a bitch.
I was just about to fucking say, bro. I was gonna keep my mouth shut on that one.
I really do though. I really do. They're like a skip and a
Kick
hop
this
away.
mother lover out of here, dude. Get him the fuck out.
Daniel should be allowed to be
Daniel.
the one that throws him
Daniel.
out. Daniel should be the
Daniel.
one that throws him out.
Daniel, fire back. Fire back. What you got?
I don't have any family in Texas. Just the person I'm dating is working out there. But you're right. For once, me and Usman agree on something. I'm going with Urban too, but I'm gonna pick up my decision.
Oh, now I'm definitely betting that shit. Come on, lock it in, boys.
Lock it
Better.
in.
Better. Speak some sense to these
Uh,
boys.
yeah, I don't
Actually,
want
never mind. We're on the same side. I'm sorry. Keep talking sense, boys.
to. Yeah, I don't. Okay, look, I'm on the Racky side. I don't see what everybody sees in Urbina. That's just my honest opinion. Charles Radke is a fucking amazing.
I think we've heard enough from him. Just fucking with you, brother. Go ahead, better times. I'm just fucking with you.
Wow, that was really fucked.
He muted you better. You're over there still talking, bro. He
Come on,
fucking
better.
muted you. Don't
I
take his
muted you,
shit.
bro. Come on back. I muted you better times. Come finish
Oh
your
shit, I didn't
argument.
even notice that. I was actually talking the whole time.
Talk your shit better.
All right, here's the one thing that I like to pay attention to when I break down fights. I like to hear the sounds of the punches. Radke is a fucking power puncher, and I believe he's gonna fucking tag Urbina. I don't think Urbina's gonna be able to take that. And the wrestling, Urbina's okay in wrestling. He's okay in striking. I think Radke's the stronger puncher, and I think he's the better wrestler. That's Radke for me, man.
Interesting, interesting. Are you betting it?
I am betting the under, just in case he doesn't win.
Fair enough. I think it's a safe bet either way you go. Yeah, good shit. I'm interested to see who wins on this one, brother. Good luck. Uh, yeah. If nobody else has anything on this fight, we'll keep it moving. Andrew, what's up?
We're gonna go to the middleweight division. I'm probably gonna botch this name, so I apologize. Aliaskab Kirjev. He's gonna be taking on Mahmoud Muradov. Kirjev is 14-0. He's undefeated. He's taking on Mahmoud, who is 26-8. Mahmoud is a lot taller, 6'2" to 5'9", but he only has a 1-inch reach advantage. This could be a good matchup, low key, because Kirjev is a southpaw and Muradov is orthodox. You know I love those matchups. Um, let's see. Uh, Kirjev puts out a lot of output, 6 strikes per minute, takes back about 4.3. Muradov puts out 4.2, takes back about 2.5. However, both of these guys are grapplers. They both like to take people down. They both like to try to get people out of there. So, Trace, you can go ahead and start this one off. But I just want to say, I do feel like low-key this could be like fight of the night on this card.
Yeah, I actually took a dog shot on Mahmoud Muradov. I got him at plus 159 for 1.5 units. I think he should be able to bomb on Kizrev here. I think Kizrev's record has been pretty padded up to this point. Is there a possibility of him being legit? Obviously, he looks great. This is the best shape we've seen him in so far as well. He's absolutely shredded. Kind of curious if he's on the sauce. Probably is. Um, but yeah, Muradov hits hard. I think he could go out there and land a bomb on him early. I did notice that Kizrev was hittable in the Tululin fight whenever it was on the feet. So I think if Muradov lands off one or two clean punches, it could be a done deal. So prompted me enough to take a dog shot on him. But I do think probably the safest bet would be the fight does not go to a decision. I did take a shot on the KO prop for Muradov, but I also took a shot for one. I think it was 1 unit or maybe a half unit on Kizriev by submission as a hedge. Just in case, 'cause I do think if he does win, it is probably by submission. But like I said, I do think the under is probably the best bet for this fight. Daniel, what do you got?
I have Muradov, man. Do you know why he has 17 wins by KO? Because he's the world's first MMA fighter to be signed by Floyd Mayweather's Jr.'s team, the Money Team. Not only that, the man he can speak 4 languages. I'm sorry, that's 6 from counting. Man, this guy's not just good in the cage; he's multicultural outside the cage. So I'm going with KO round one. Kizrev, his O will leave too. I bet on that.
Better times. Let's go.
All right. So pattern or not, I don't pay attention to that. I try to pay attention to the performance. Kizriev is the real deal. Again, back what I was speaking about Azai, he's one of those wrestlers that is willing to strike because he is so good in the wrestling that he can strike aggressively. Now he was hittable in that Tulunin fight, but if you remember, he took some really clean shots and didn't get wobbled. Didn't even flinch at all. He just took it and kept marching forward because he knows what he's good at and he knows what he's going to be able to do. I think people are betting on Muradov because of the Kyle fight that he was good. He showed improved takedown defense and better grappling. That was only because Kyle made a couple mistakes in the transitions and he was able to take advantage of that. He will not be able to do that against Kizriev. Kizriev will beat him and it will be by submission, probably not early, probably a little bit later.
Fair enough, man. Well, again, on the opposite sides, but we shall see. Good luck. Andrew, keep moving, brother. What's next? Usman, what you got?
Over 1.5? Question mark. Any thoughts?
That's a
I
good
like
bet, bro.
I like the under.
This dude said any thoughts, and then he got two completely opposite responses. That's great. We're gonna move to the flyweight division. We have Viviani Araujo taking on Natalia Silva. I fucking knew Joe's hand was gonna fly up like that. Vivi is 12-5.
If they had a middle
Natalia,
finger, I'd put that one up, but they don't.
Natalia Silva is 16-5-1. They are both 5'4". However, Araujo has a 3-inch reach advantage. Here we go, baby. Vivi is orthodox fighter. Natalia Silva fights southpaw. So you know this one's gonna be a fucking banger. Um, they actually both have decent output. Vivi puts out 4.3 strikes per minute. Natalia puts out 5.2. However, when it comes back to absorbing strikes, Vivi absorbs 5 strikes per minute, and Natalia Silva only absorbs 2.2 strikes per minute. Both coming off of wins. Natalia Silva is trying to climb her ass up the ranks now. I will say Vivi's no scrub. That is a huge line. However, Natalia Silva is very talented. Joe, go ahead and kick this one off, bro.
So I've been high on Natalia Silva for a while, and her global odds right now are at minus 370, I believe. She's got a U.S. average of minus 357, and the over is minus 297. I know it's always women's MMA, hammer the over, hammer the. That's not what I'm saying. Actually, I think a lot of people are going to be lulled into believing that Natalia Silva can finish Viviana Araujo, and she cannot, in my opinion. Very, very high on Natalia. Vivi is not one that's getting finished, and we have seen her go. I don't know if anybody remembers the Alexa Grasso fight. She got her fucking ass whooped in the fight, but she shot takedown after takedown after takedown, and like she grinded her ass to a fucking loss. And like sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes you lose, but you literally grinded your way into surviving. You know, like I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Um, yeah, I don't think Natalia is going to be able to finish her, and I think the heaviest bet that we're going to hear all week is or the heaviest thing I've heard all week, and the heaviest thing we're going to hear tomorrow is Natalia by finish. I bet they put out some fucking prop parlay bullshit with her by finishing it, trying to lull people to bet it, but I just don't think it happens. But I am on Natalia all day, even at minus 370. I for a parlay piece, I think it's fine. And I know women's MMA, if it's minus whatever, you can't bet it. There's a glaring reason why she is minus 370. I just don't think the finish is there. I don't know who was next, but Usman is a host. Usman.
Yeah, well, you kind of hit everything over. The only thing I would say is Vivi's pretty damn good. You look at her losses when it comes to Amanda Dipa, Alexa Grasso, Jessica, and even Sarah Frota earlier. A lot of these things that these girls have in common is that they like to move forward. Caitlin Chukagan being the only one that does skate on the outside, but it's just a lot of fucking tape for Natalia Silva and her team to work off of. We know who's getting the push. We know who's the A side. uh, I'm usually one to say that these older girls, they still have a lot of athleticism and strength into them. I think women get older a little slower and get better when it comes to this game. So Vivi still has a lot of athleticism, and it kind of showed in the Maya fight. But overall day, better.
Better.
Yeah, I believe that over is a good bet too. But yeah, I like that defense that what is it? Viviani takes a little bit more punches than Natalia because that Natalia knows how to stay just outside of range and she knows how to move her head just slightly so she can still get back into range and hit her opponents and she is fast. Now, the only reason I'm not betting the money line is because it's too high. This is going to be the highest level of competition she's faced so far. And Araujo hits hard and she's just as fast as Natalia. She's just not as good. She's just not as smart with her defense. So I would just say just hammer the over. That's the best bet. Or Natalia Silva by decision at a minus 135.
Daniel, close it out for us.
Just like Joe said, that's why I picked Grosso over Vivian in that fight. Anyway, Natalia Silva, 10-fight winning streak, perfect, gorgeous hair and pearly white choppers. No, she's taking this fight. Just because you beat Jennifer Maya for our champ, no, you still have a lot to prove. Overall, Silva submission round one. She's getting that submission.
Yeah, Vivi's just kind of been around for a while. I think she's peaked, to be honest. So she's kind of like on the downward swing of her career. Natalia's
Deceptively old.
clearly on the way up.
Deceptively
When
old as
did she,
well.
sorry, when did she peak?
Huh?
When
I
did
don't
she
know.
peak?
She beat my girl Andrea Lee. That's why I'm
Wait,
picking.
wait. But Andrew said she already peaked. When did she peak?
When she beat Jennifer Maya.
Listen, not everybody peaks, bro.
Oh, you're saying she never did. Okay, I see
Yeah,
what you're
that's not
saying.
real. What the fuck are you
I'm
talking?
like, where are you going with this?
So just to reiterate what we covered, over, goes to decision. Natalia Silva by decision.
I don't feel that's overly beating a drum on this one though, because I feel like most of the world is on Natalia by finish. So, um,
But you
I,
say that, but like the decision is minus 125. That's the most cooked prop. I don't know. I feel like most people are hip to it.
what is her inside the distance, or what's her sub?
I'm not sure off the top of my head. I don't have it pulled up. Like I
Five
said, I don't
wins
have
in
a.
first round.
By KO is
Salvage seven submissions.
375, and by submission it's plus 650.
She's a hottie who submits people, man. Can't beat that.
All right.
All right, that's enough on that fight. We'll move on to the next one. Andrew, what do you have?
Let's go. Welterweight division. We got Rude Boy himself, Randy Brown, Mr. Jamaica, taking on Muslim Salikov. Randy Brown 17-5. Salikov is 19-4. They've both been around. They both average about 10 and a half, 11 and a half minutes of fight time. Randy Brown, obviously the taller fighter at 6'3", over 5'11". And he, of course, as always, has the reach advantage, an 8-inch reach advantage over Salikov. He also has the advantage of youth. He is 6 years younger. Salikov is going to be 40 years old in a few months. So I think that plays a role as well. They are both orthodox, both mainly strikers. They both go to the ground a little bit, but they both like to stay on the feet. Randy Brown puts out 4.3 strikes per minute, takes back 3.33. Salikov puts out 3.37 and takes back 2.91. The line is crazy, to be honest. Randy Brown's like minus 280. I wouldn't bet him at that. Um, I I think Salikov, if he can land those calf kicks and kind of slow Randy Brown down, I feel like maybe he can win a round or two. We do know Randy Brown isn't the smartest fighter. IQ usually tends to be his problem, or he can just kind of lull you to sleep if he gets bored. So I'm not taking Salikov. I'm not even saying he's going to win. I'm saying there is a pathway to victory. Um, but I do think this fight goes over. I don't really think Randy's going to finish him or anything. I think he's probably just going to play with his food. So I do like the over 2.5.
Yeah, bad IQ, lack of killer instinct, kind of kills it for Randy Brown. There's so much untapped potential there. Um, I'm gonna just flip it up on this one for this fight. Is there anybody that is on Muslim Salikov? If you're on Salikov, I want to hear why you think he wins because I don't want to beat this horse to death because I know everybody's about Randy Brown. So if you are on Salikov, leave your hand up, please. Uh, we'll go from there.
Fuck you. I'm a host. I'm going.
Fuck you, Joe. I didn't ask you. Go ahead, Joe. What you got?
Um, I saw Randy Brown is my favorite fighter. I can't bet. Love Randy Brown. Love when he does this thing. Um, if I had to describe Randy Brown to someone to a T, all brakes, no gas. Um, so undependable. Uh, can almost count on him to lose a split to a guy like Savelcloth. Yeah, it fucking sucks. So he's probably gonna come out, lose the first. Because that's what he does. He probably make the second one close because he'll win the end of the round, maybe, and then he'll clearly win the third round, and it'll be a split. And I actually think he loses. I love Randy Brown, but like he is he like trust people to be what they are. Randy Brown is the most undependable favorite fighter I have. I trust him to be that. I think he loses this one by margin of no throttle.
Yeah, like a killer instinct, 100% is there. Daniel, what do you have?
I disagree. Randy Brown, when I picked him, he has come through for me. Chaos Williams, Gordon, Trinaldo, you name it. I mean, the ones that people doubted him, he won. I could see him. He can finish the fight and he can go a distance better than Muslim. Muslim only has 4 wins by decision, while Randy has 6 wins by decision, and he's gotten finishes in the last round. With that saying, I'm gonna play it safe. Submission round 3, Randy Brown.
Thank you for putting your hand down whenever I asked about Muslim. Better, what do you have?
I actually think this fight is very winnable for Muslim only because Randy Brown is too fucking cocky, man. He is so well rounded and you see it in his fights, but he's always just so cocky that he can let a round or two get away from him. I think he wins the first 2 rounds, but he's gonna get tired in that third round. And with the power and speed that Solikov has, that's nothing to fuck with. So I would say the best bet is the point spread on Muslim.
All right, you think he wins around all three judges' scorecards? I don't hate it. I think he's more than capable of doing that early on for sure. Usman, what do you got?
Goes to split plus 400. Goes the distance minus 135. Checks both boxes. Hit the over and hit goes to split for something sexy.
Ric Flair, that shit, bro. Plus 400. I think that shit should be like
Plus 400 for what now?
the split, bro. I'm telling you, the split is super live in this fight.
I 100% agree, bro. I'm telling you, man.
And better plus
That
100 for that plus 3.5 Muslim Salikov. Fuck yeah, that sounds very good.
Brown tends to fight close, so yeah, I feel like that's pretty safe.
Watch, because we're all in agreement of it. Randy Brown's gonna fucking have some highlight knockout like that he's
Fucking
never had
30
before.
seconds starch and pop,
Yeah,
pop, pop.
watch.
Salakoff is
Just
gonna be
fucking wait.
No,
All
bad
right,
sub.
all right, Andrew, what's up? What you got next?
All right, we're gonna go back to the lightweight division. I actually think this fight has potential to be a banger. We have Hanato Moicano taking on Drew Dober. This should be fun. Moicano 17-5-1. Dober is 27-12 with a no contest. Moicano's a little bit taller, 5'11" to 5'8", has a 2-inch reach advantage. Here we go, baby. Moicano fights orthodox. Dober fights southpaw, so you know it's going to be fun on the feet. They actually both have similar striking numbers, 4.75 to 4.5 strikes put out, and then 4.0 versus 4.4 taken back. Both guys coming off of wins. Look, I think Moicano probably should be the favorite just because he does have the grappling advantage. I do think minus 180 is a little bit too steep for me. Plus, he doesn't really have the best chin. He's shown the ability to be knocked out a few times. And if Dos Anjos wasn't like 40 years old, he would have knocked him out too. So it's not like Drew Dober isn't live. But I do feel like if you're betting this, it's probably gonna be Moicano by sub or Dober by knockout because there's just no fucking way this fight goes the distance. There's no fucking way. Trace, I would say go ahead.
I didn't have my hand raised, but I can go real quick. I think McConnell's the side. I like McConnell the decision or the submission, like you said. I do have a unit on him to win by submission. I just think that the gap on the ground is much larger than the gap on the feet. So just for that, I'll give it. Dober's had problems with submissions in the past, so path of least resistance and his strong suit. Give me Moicano via submission. Joe, what you got?
Drew Dober, KO finish. I I think um, Moicano is going to be deer in the headlight at how hard Drew Dober hits him. In my opinion, I know he's got a deep resume. I don't not think Moicano is level fighter, and I know he's fought some dudes that hit pretty hard, but Drew Dober hits like a fucking truck, and could probably make 170 without looking too small or anything like that. I really think that the power discrepancy in the hands is going to be overbearing. So um, I'm I'm on Drew Dober on this one.
Daniel.
Now, I usually go with ATT, but for this fight, I'm going with Team America, Drew Dober. Drew Dober has wins over people like Bobby Green. He's faced former world champ Ricky Glenn from WSOF. You're right, like uh, Renato, he would be a deer in the headlight once he feels how strong Drew Dober hits. Like I said, I always favor ATT, but I'm going with Team America with Drew Dober. Also by KO round one. This fight will not, I repeat, will not go the distance.
All right, it's official. Everyone's on fucking Drew Dober, so I'm on Moicano now.
I'm on Moicano. It's 1-1, or I guess 2-1 now. Better. What you got?
The side is Moicano. Moicano's even more. I think y'all yeah, look, Moicano is the better striker, and he is the better grappler. Dober hits hard, yes, but he throws a lot of wild hooks. That's all it is because he believes in his power so much. The only good thing he does with his striking is that he goes to the body and goes to the head. Moicano knows how to pick apart guys like that. And once, even if that doesn't work out, the grappling is always going to be in his favor. He's the bigger guy. He might have trouble at first taking him down, but he will eventually take him down because that's going to wear on Dober. And his last four wins have been by submission. It's Moicano by submission. That's the bet.
Bro, who has Moicano outstruck that he's gone more than a few seconds with?
Okay, look,
Nobody.
he's outstruck everyone. Everyone,
Who?
even Fazeev, even when he fought Fazeev, he got caught by Fazeev, but he was touching him up before then. Fazeev just had the speed advantage. Dober does not have the speed advantage against Moicano. He has the power advantage.
Hold on.
That's it.
I'm clicking. Hold on. Hold on. Hold. All right, so he was outstruck by Brad Riddell. He was outstruck by RDA. He was outstruck by Alex Hernandez. He was Ja Herbert. He did outstrike Ja Herbert because he fucking humped him. He was outstruck by Fazeev. Him and Demir landed one punch on each other. He was outstruck 0-16 by Zhang. He was outstruck by Aldo. He was outstruck by Swanson. Bro, this isn't going to go your way. The list just goes on. He outstruck like two guys, bro.
he is not better than Drew Dober on the feet by any
Bro,
means.
he is not going to strike with him. He is going to strike long enough to get the takedown in. He's going to strike long enough to close the distance and wrap him up and use his size to drag him down. Like he's not going to try to stand and bang with him if he has a choice. I'm just saying the gap on the feet is smaller than the gap on the ground whenever it comes to that. Because once it goes to the ground, it is Moicano's world. He is like 10 of his 17 wins are by submission. I believe it was. He has no finishes by knockout. Yeah, I think he's able to. He could run in there and try to wrap him up and get him down as quick as possible and try to get him out early. And that's mostly been his way of winning in his career is the round one, round two submission. Um, yeah, I think he is. Connor, you grab a mic, brother. I'd love to hear it. Quit dropping them thumbs. Grab a mic, brother. Uh, but yeah, I think McConnell is the side, but I do think it'll be a fun fight for as long as it lasts. It's gonna like it was. I think it was Andrew that said it's gonna be Moicano's submission or Dover by knockout. But it'll be a fun fight for as long as it lasts.
Keep hitting that thumbs down, Connor, just on principle. Oh, bully ass Trace. I'm fucking around, Trace. I'm fucking around.
I'm just telling his little ass to square up. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, let me tell you, you don't really want it with Connor J, bro. He's got rounds in him. We went for like fucking 58 hours the other day. It was crazy.
I hear it. I hear he's a
Square
savage.
up.
All right, so if we've got nothing else in that fight, let's move it forward. Andrew, what's up?
Main event time, gentlemen. Main event time. We have Roman Dolidze taking on Nazardine Imavov. Roman is 12-2. Nazardine is 12-4 with a no contest. Roman is 6-2 to Nazardine's 6-3. Roman has a 1-inch reach advantage. They both fight orthodox. If we go to the striking numbers, Roman puts out 3 strikes per minute. Nazardine puts out 4.5. Roman takes back 3, so he's pretty even. Nazardine takes back 3.76. They both grapple a little bit, nothing crazy. Roman coming off of a loss to Marvin Vittori. Nasruddin Imavov is coming off of a no contest against Chris Curtis. It was on its way to a win, though, so I would go ahead and call that a win. I don't know, man. I'll be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of Roman. I don't really like his fight style. Plus, Usman likes him, so I just, on principle, I don't like him based on that. So if I have a side, it's probably Imavov. I'm probably not betting it though, but that would definitely be my pick. I feel like he's the better striker, and even if it goes to the ground, he's not clueless. Roman is very crafty, but I feel like Imavov can survive, and as long as he keeps his distance on the feet, he'll just chew Roman up. That's what I got though. Nothing crazy.
Uh, yeah, I tend to agree with you. I like Imavov. I think he's the better minute winner versus Dolidze potentially being the better moment winner. I think when the strikes lands, his lands will be the ones with the bigger impact. You're probably getting the bigger reaction from the crowd, but I think the amount of times of who's winning the fight more often than not will be Imavov. And I tend to think that Imavov is probably going to start to pull away the longer this fight goes. I know it seemed that he did struggle in the past with his cardio, but he has looked better since then. And the lead is a big guy, mostly a power guy. Most of his shit come with he throws power, grappling heavy. I think he's not going to be able to maintain that pace for the first 5 rounds or for the entire 5 rounds, especially if he comes out hot and heavy in the first. So, yeah, I do think both these guys are tough, which makes me believe that this fight goes to decision. And like I said, I do think Imavov over the 5 rounds will hold up better. So, yeah, give me the better minute winner and Imavov. I do believe I did place a bet for the decision. Not sure what it was on the top of my head, but I will get back to you on that. Joe, what do you got?
I think every single thing you said is true, but uh, my counter take is that Imavov does get hit. Man, does he ever get hit. And Roman hits hard. Roman hits really hard. And of late, Roman has looked extremely powerful in the punching area. Yeah, I think that a Roman KO prop is a good bet. I think Roman, if you like, sometimes like on DraftKings, you can get like the KO under XYZ or whatever. I think the KO under 2.5 is a good bet. Other than that, I agree with everything you said. I just think that Roman hits hard enough that Imavov might have one of those "oh fuck, what just happened here" moments. And I think it's very very likely, to be honest. So yeah, that's all I got.
I did hear. I forget who I heard it from. But these guys right here both like to lead with their heads. We just seen Imavov have a DQ due to headbutt with Chris Curtis. He was tuning up Chris Curtis, and then a headbutt stopped the fight. And then on the other side, there's been headbutt problems as well. I'm pretty sure you can bet the no contest prop, and I'm pretty sure it's always like plus 50,000. I would put $1 or two on that just to be safe, because I wouldn't be surprised if both these guys come in lowering their heads and we see a big cut due to a headbutt, or a flash knockout due to a head collision or something along those sides. Where I think it's just it'd be a sneaky little bet possibly.
So
But
you mentioned that, and I would actually say that if he hasn't learned to put his chin up so he can pull his head back out of the way, uh, my prognosis is pretty high. Yeah, I really feel that way. Like I feel like that hook, like just that shortcut
but
shot.
touching your point, Joe, he has shown to have a very good beard. He has seemed to show like he can take the shots. And for what it's worth, uh, what's his name? Not Imavov, the other side. Anyway,
Curtis.
Roman
Roman.
is Roman is also very hittable and doesn't seem to move his head as much either. So I think we'll see whose chin holds up better and whose cardio holds up better. There's a couple of questions that still need to be answered about in this fight. My Imavov pick isn't a high confidence one, but like I said, I do prefer cardio, or who I presume has the cardio advantage over the better moment winner. So I will take Imavov. Better. What you got, bro?
Yeah. Like I was saying before, like against Charles Radke, I like to hear people's like the sounds they make when they strike. Man, Roman is one of those power punches you do not want to get hit by. He's got face changing power, and I believe that's going to be a difference. And that I like his style. He doesn't have a high paced style that's going to wear him out. We've seen him grapple for 15 minutes, and he wasn't like tired. He was just able to do it. The striking is not a very high output because again he's not going to be at a speed advantage against Imavov. Imavov is probably, if Roman decides to strike with Imavov is probably going to light him up for 2 rounds. But the pressure that Dolidze brings and the fact that he doesn't move his head because he likes to take shots. He'll take your shot, smile back at you, and see if you can take his. I believe this is going to be a mental game and a pressure game for Roman. So if he can wrestle or he can strike with him, and I believe it favors Roman as the fight goes on. So I would say Roman by decision or just the two over 2.5. It's at like a minus 160. That's an easy bet.
Daniel.
Roman is coming in this year with a chip on his shoulder, just like last time, which I believe four of you laughed at me when I picked Neil Magny, because he was the last guy I picked who came in with a chip on his shoulder and he won. Roman only fought once last year and lost. I'm telling you, he's coming in there guns blazing. Y'all call Imov a minute winner? It won't matter. Roman's coming in there with a chip on his shoulder. He will demolish, no, pulverize Imavov either the latest round 3. And watch this again. The last time I picked someone with a chip on shore, some of y'all laughed at me. Look what happened. So I'm banging on Roman. KO.
Fair enough. We'll see. YB, what you got?
So I'm gonna say something really stupid. Roman Dolidze to win in the first 30 seconds of round one by submission is plus 12,500.
Really?
Jesus Christ, dude.
But he only has his 3 submissions. How does that make any sense?
I'm just saying. I said it was
All
stupid.
right. Usman, what you got?
Man, I am really surprised to hear all the Roman love. Um, y'all know me, I love Roman, so I'll take it. But it seems like everybody and their mother, not in the space, everybody anywhere else is on Imavov, and that Imavov is so good, this and that, and this and that. And I've always said that there are these guys that people just get behind of, and they're just decent. They're just okay. You look at the stats. Every single fight, Imavov can't help himself to shoot a takedown. The only fight that he didn't was the fight where he got manhandled and lost a decision where he was controlled for 11 and a half minutes by Phil Hawes, of all people. Uh, yeah, Roman's gonna find that fucking uppercut. He's going to put the pressure on him. He's going to land some power shots, and Imavov is going to have to do what he always does and shoot a takedown, get taken to the ground, and then it gets finished by KO, TKO, submission. It ends there. That's just the way it's gonna go, and fuck Imavov.
Yeah, I like him because of Extreme Couture and AKA. That's why I like him, Usman.
Rhino, good to see you on the mic tonight, brother. What you got?
What's up? I've been listening to the family drama all night. How y'all doing? And I showed up
Doing
at the
good,
Struggling,
perfect
Rhino.
time
struggling.
of the main fucking event. That's fucking great. I
We've been wondering where the fuck you've been, Doug.
well, I got a phone call from my old man, so you got to talk to your old man as long as they want to fucking talk. And past that, then my buddy. Long story. We'll talk about it in a different time. But on the main event, I totally agree that Imavov is good, but I don't trust the motherfucker. So I totally agree with what you're talking about. So I will go with Roman, but I'm kind of staying away from the fight because I don't think it's. I see everything in all the groups that I follow saying that it's going to be below 2.5. They think this fight's going to end early. So if you're going to bet on it, definitely go with early fucking props. That's all I got to say.
Fair enough. If we have nothing else in this fight, we'll go ahead and close this card out, and then if we have some post conversations, we can get those going, Joe.
All right. Quick one for you, Trace. Do you know that Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon are under investigation for sex trafficking?
I thought it was
I
just
I I, I have heard a thing or two about that, Joe. What are the new developments?
Yeah.
So, Vince McMahon stepped down as CEO. Now, Vince had been put under some heat and pressure for a lot of other shit, and he had stepped down a while back. And there were rumors that that someone in a space somewhere said, "Hey guys, Vince McMahon just stepped back up. They're prepping to sell." Um, yeah, that was weird. Anyways, so he did that, and now he stepped right back down after these allegations came up. The allegations are basically that Vince used an employee or volunteered sexual favors from a female employee to Brock, and so on and so forth. The
He's
reason I
just
bring it up because we have talked about it before. Today, Brock Lesnar was removed from the creative process at WWE. Uh,
Oh, dude, I watched that. I watched that behind the scenes shit with The Dark Side of the Ring on Hulu. There's been multiple allegations against Brock Lesnar being a very skeezy, very sexually aggressive coworker. So like, I'm sure we're
Yeah,
about
there's
to have a.
text messages, bro. We're like,
The
and I'm
I'm sure we're
motherfucker is a
about. Hold up.
bull. He's a
I'm sure we're about
bull
to.
in human form.
Yeah,
What do you
I'm
expect?
sure. I'm sure we're about to have a whole like part two of the Me Too movement here soon with wrestlers.
so
I highly doubt it was with just that one chick.
yeah, they say that Triple H. Someone in here said that Triple H is highly accredited for changing the culture there. I dug into it a little bit earlier today, and that's definitely a way to back it. It's almost like he knew that McMahon and the types like him days were numbered.
That was
Um,
me.
yeah,
I
okay, there
seen
you
that
go.
a long time ago too. There was a documentary all about the whole family. And it turned out that Triple H was never a drunk. He was a complete sober person that actually just wanted to be an entertainer. If you've ever looked him up, and he totally was like the DD for everybody in the industry. And he built himself up into an amazing person for that industry, even though I don't even watch it. But I do know the business aspect behind it. It's definitely crazy. And for this stuff to come out about Vince McMahon, I mean, he's a spoiled rich guy. Are you kidding me? He's done more sexual things than anybody can even imagine. So he got caught on something. What a shocker.
Yeah, I agree, and I agree, and I agree. Some of the stuff that Brock didn't. She like asked Brock if he wanted nude pictures or something, and he said, "I want a video of you pissing." Like over.
I asked you the other night, you still haven't sent it to me, Joe. I mean, I
What's
thought
that?
we had a thing going on. I wanted to
For
see
I
what?
you
never
peeing.
picked Brock Lesnar as a
You
freak.
want to see the
I
what?
want to see you peeing. It's not that weird. Come on, everything's open. It's 2024. Get a grip.
Jesus.
Nah, I'm not into that stuff.
Usyk versus Fury is postponed. Fury's eye is busted open huge. Uh, yeah, boxing's taking a hit right there, and Riyadh is taking a hit right there.
Since when do boxers throw fucking elbows in training?
I don't know, pretty weird, but that eye is fucking split open. Did you see it?
No, but I did see the training footage of the actual elbow. It was a fucking clean elbow.
Got his bitch ass. Bow. Um,
Did y'all see Francis Ngannou's meme or post after it? That shit had me cracking the fuck up.
no, I didn't. What was it?
It was that Kevin James meme of him with his hands in his pockets. But he edited his own face on Kevin James, and he was like, "Me versus Joshua for the undisputed title." It was pretty fucking funny.
That is funny. But what the fuck
Holy
is that
shit!
noise, bro? What is that?
That is not me. I have my shit
That's
off.
YB. That's YB's ass.
Mute his mic.
I got him.
Po-
Go ahead.
Posted the meme up there for y'all.
What else did I have? So there's gonna be a steroid Olympics.
What?
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in for that
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Oh,
I can't
dude.
fucking wait. So it's like a bodybuilding Olympics. It's called the Enhanced Games. I'm not fucking around.
So it's
It's
just the Olympics.
I don't know all the actual I don't know all of the events that they are going to partake in, but it is a bunch of roided up bodybuilders, and it is
Yeah.
called
So
the
so it's the Olympics. There's nothing different.
yeah, 100%, 100%. Except these are the guys that take so much juice they can't even hide it with horse piss. Like
Okay.
these guys spit in a bucket, and the fucking bucket melts. Like
Not quite Russians.
no, not they're the guys that the Russians go, where the fuck did that guy come from? Like, I don't, yeah. I'm really excited about it though. Like, I'm not being silly. I'm actually really fucking excited about it. Like, to me, that is going to be absolutely awesome. I hope I can bet on it. I'm taking one heart attack in the first season for sure. Whatever, however long the season takes, I'm betting the one heart attack if it's option. And like, I know I'm being a clown, but I'm being very serious, bro. Like, man, do you guys
He's a
remember the tough?
serious clown. Serious
Do you
clown.
guys remember the tough man competitions? I know Trace watched them. I don't even have to ask. I
Oh
I
know.
yeah,
competed
sure.
him. I competed him for the midgets.
I should have.
I
Yeah,
still like. I still love watching like those the lumberjack competitions and the strongman, all that shit, dude. I love all that shit.
yeah, me too. It's
A buddy of mine actually competed in the tree climbing thing.
Oh yeah, that shit's dope,
Yeah.
man. That takes a fucking strong motherfucker, man. Some core strength there.
you remember Maximus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was dope, bro. I loved that shit.
Oh Magnus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was something else. We got a couple hands. We're at the end. You probably let him get off. Trace, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Vinny. What you got?
Yeah, I just wanted to say a condolence for Carl Weathers, man. I thought he was a fucking great movie.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
all
believe
right.
we didn't bring that up.
R.I.P. Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed, that's right, baby. And with the Rocky movies, I love that shit. That was,
Definitely. Rest in peace. He was a great actor.
yeah, great actor and
Live
that
One
shit.
hundred
I thought he
percent.
was a great boxer too, and
So here's a true
Hell,
story.
hell of a golfer. Hell of a golfer.
Here's a true story. I
Chubbs.
text
That's happening.
I text my wife today. I said Carl's Weathers died. I can't believe it. She said, "Oh, I don't know who that is." I said,
Throw her away.
I said
You gotta
Apollo
what
go.
Creed.
the
You gotta go.
I said Apollo Creed. She says, I know who Apollo Creed is, but I still don't know who Carl Weathers is. I said Chubbs, Happy Gilmore. She said, "Oh, I fucking know who he is now. That's sad." I was like,
oh my god.
You had to pull strings for 5 minutes just for her to be like, "Oh, that's sad."
yeah, I was
Hey,
like, whatever.
he's
He
finally up.
was loved for that. He was
He's
loved
finally
for
up
that
there.
character.
He's finally up there fucking up that crocodile that got his hand now.
Rest in peace, baby.
Oh, to
Usman.
me, listen. So, am I a horrible person because I heard Carl Weathers died, and the first thing I thought was, if he dies, he dies. Am I a horrible fucking person for that?
What do you mean? If he
One
dies, he
hundred
dies.
percent.
You
No,
mean the
no. You
scene,
should only
right?
say you're a
I
horrible
just
person if
when
you
he
thought an
died,
alligator. If
I
you
was
thought an
like, if he
alligator
dies,
killed
he
him.
dies. I don't know why. It's just what I thought.
That's what
Well,
Ivan Drago said to or about Apollo Creed when he died.
Yeah, if he dies, he dies.
Ah, I got it now. Jesus.
Fucking
Trace,
young
who
guy.
the fuck
Man.
do we have
oh,
in these spaces, bro? These guys
Uh,
don't.
No, Joe, you're fine. You're
actually,
not
I
bad.
think
Usman.
we have to. Actually, next week we'll have to. Everybody in here, you've got to go watch all five, no six, no seven, no eight of the Rocky movies now that they have, and then we'll have a trivia contest next week.
Dude, no, you can stop at 4 because the other ones suck.
Fuck you, Balboa is awesome.
No, Balboa is
Ugh.
awesome. It really is. The speech at the end about how to be a fucking man. That's awesome.
dude, I love
Right.
Stallone and Balboa and all that as much as the next guy, but fuck that. That's like 24 hours of your life. Oh, Usman.
Okay, I will not.
Hold up.
I will
Let
not put
Usman.
that homework in.
Let get up on the mic, bro. What you got?
I don't think I've ever seen a Carl Weathers movie, any of them, like
All right,
none at
next
all.
Mike, next Mike, next Mike.
You haven't seen Happy Gilmore, you fuck?
Who's this man?
The golfing movie? Who is he in that?
Oh my god,
All
dude.
right,
Chubbs.
I'm going to say this for the first time in my
Seriously,
life.
bro?
Off to
Fuck all you
Daniel,
guys. I
off to
remember
Daniel,
him from
off
In
to
Heat of the
Daniel,
Night. I
off to
remember
Daniel.
him from
Shut
In
up.
Heat of the Night.
No, Daniel gets to talk for that stupid comment. Daniel gets to talk. Go ahead.
Yes, Carl Weathers is a New Orleans native, so we're really sad about his passing because I live in Louisiana. So yeah, so damn right. Star Wars, Predator, Rocky, Happy Gilmore, The Price is Wrong, bitch. And look, I've been more now that that's out the way. I've been wanting to ask this all night. Joe, are you okay? You scared me earlier. I'm genuinely concerned for your well-being. I'm not being funny. Are you okay? I'm seriously asking.
Daniel, don't ask me questions like that.
I'm not
No
trolling
shit.
you.
God
I'm
damn.
not.
Now you're
I'm not
talking.
trolling you. I'm really
Well,
concerned.
I can give you the mic for
Neither
that.
am
God
I.
damn. Yeah, message that motherfucker if you want to talk about that.
Andrew, when you said chubs earlier, I thought you were calling somebody fat.
That was
No,
no. That
bro.
was his name.
Yeah.
Do you want to know why I didn't make it in the
All
league?
right. All
Because
right.
you're
All
black.
right.
All
Here we
right. Night
go.
night.
Trace, I do understand that this is your space. I do understand. But you're gonna endure this one right here, buddy, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna take the mic here for a second. And Trace wasn't there the other
Tread
night.
lightly, boy.
Trace was not there the other night, so you
Do
stick
it,
with this, Trace.
do it, do it.
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh.
Why
Hey,
go to
somebody.
CapMMA for your
Somebody.
odds?
Ah,
Our odds
ah.
Mike.
board is connected to over
Pastor.
50 sports books. If a book is offering fight odds, CapMMA will have them. Why go to CapMMA for your odds? There's a couple reasons.
Ah, the fucking AI fucked it up. It's over. I gotta pause it.
It wasn't that
Anyways,
bad. I liked it.
I'm gonna master it eventually, Trace. But I'm someone's gonna do our promos, and that's gonna be who does them.
I need to hear some ski in the background. Come on, boy.
A D
No, no,
baby
no
ain't been
sexy
in
way,
here,
please.
and I'm
No.
like, damn it. But I got to get D Baby in here. I had a different write up. I lost it because my browser crashed because I opened like 800 fucking windows or something. And then I had to copy and paste the crappy one. And then the AI double read it because I had it highlighted or something. But within the next few spaces, we will have AI promo. And all these guys will be like, fuck, I hate these promos.
All right, boys. So that's an hour and 30-minute breakdown with about 15 minutes of talk before and a 15 minutes of extracurricular talk afterwards. So I'm not mad at that. That's a solid 2 hours. I'm very happy with that breakdown time.
Yeah, that's a good space.
We're gonna try to keep it to a little bit more like this speed, maybe a little bit closer, a little bit less long winded on some of the fights that we shouldn't go so long winded on. But yeah, I like this format a little bit better. So we're gonna try to keep these fights a little bit short, these breakdowns a little bit shorter, closer to the hour, 30 minutes, an hour and 45 minutes. So whenever you guys do get on the mic, if y'all could respect that and just keep that in the back of your mind that we are trying to keep this to a manageable time. Moving forward, and just want to make sure everybody's able to get their opinions in on a reasonable time. Usman, what you got?
Rhino, you son of a bitch. Oh, he's not even here. He's not even here. He wasn't talking to his fucking dad. He was watching BKFC tonight. And then he just logged off so he can go fucking finish it, that asshole.
For real? What the fuck?
All right, but back to the point though. We do have a more of an open format on the Tuesday space. So if you are wanting to get your opinion in on every subject, and being able to have going a lot more in depth, and just being able to have a real conversation and not feeling rushed to get off the mic just because I'm trying to keep it to a manageable time. Uh, Tuesday is the open forum day, and the more the talk, the more welcome they're like. They go 3 or 4 hours there sometimes. So yeah, Tuesdays if you want to get on, they go at 10 o'clock, I believe it is. Joe, Andrew, and Usman are all hosts on that one. Always a good space, always a good time, bunch of good guys. And then of course we have the Friday space, which we did tonight at 10 o'clock, and as well as the Sunday space, Rhino and Usman hosts. So yeah, man, lots and lots of stuff, lots of material. Usman's been putting out shorts and writing up just some excellent posts of in former UFC history and uh, stats for the line movement and stuff like that. Just he's put in a lot of work, and we appreciate all the work you're putting in, guys. All the work you're putting in, Joe. All the work you're putting in, Andrew. All the guys, man, a lot of work. I appreciate all of it, and loving seeing the growth that we're having. We're almost over 700 followers. Yeah, we're moving, man. Beautiful stuff, guys. Joe, what you got?
All right, so I'm going to plug it out. CapMMA.com is our website. Most of you have already heard it. I don't care. I'm going to say it again. Go there, use our odds board. We can use the hits, we can use the loads. We're never going to sell advertisement pop ups, but we got a little thing on there that says presented by, and we hope to get that sponsored. And it's not to put money in our pockets; it's to dump money back into the website. I undertook a big project a few weeks ago. Tail of the tape. We will have the best tail of the tape live on the odds board. When I say live, it will. The AI system will pull it from sources on the internet that are very reliable. Um, that I will not name. Uh, I will never name the sources for whatever reasons, but it will pull it all live. So it very detailed: reach, leg reach, height, UFC debut, last fights with results right on the page. You don't gotta click it to open it or leave the page. The list goes on. All the grappling stats you could want, where they're training, their fighting style. Um, It'll be the most detailed one, pretty much that you can get out there on a single page. And we will be the only odds board that has a little compare fighters button next to the names where you just click compare fighters and it brings up all those stats for you. Uh, the other thing that I'm testing right now that is already built is we have a side by side fighter comparison for UFC. You type in any two UFC fighters in history, active, retired, modern, or early age, all their stats will pop up. You can see side by side in full detail. So it might sound like a small feature, but that's a huge feature. And like I said, there's no database. There's no, oh, how did they get all their stuff on all this database and all this information and put it to their site? That's not what we do. What we do is collect it from you live from the source. That's as much as I'm going to say about where it comes from. But we collect the information from the source and display it for you. It's pretty cool, and pretty soon, if you use our site, you won't have to leave it. Other than to watch tape, and we'll have links for you to go watch tape there too. A lot of time, a lot of effort. These guys put a lot of time and a lot of effort into these spaces. It's not easy to host a space and be prepared to talk about every single fight, or prepare 2 hours worth of topics, or write down every bet and then go back and review them all. You might be like, yeah, fuck you, I can do it. I'll try. It's a pain when you got a family and kids and stuff. So I appreciate the effort too. Usman's killing it with the tweets. Usman, you and I need to set up a video forum somewhere where if you need clips or if you need things that you can't find that I'm able to get for you on the editing machine, we need to build that board. That's all I got, Trace. Thank you for the time tonight. Great space. Thank you to everybody who shows up.
Absolutely, Joe. Great shit, bro. Better. What you got?
Just real quick, because I like to this year my goal is to cover all MMA as far as sports betting goes, and I'm going over the Road to UFC fight card for tomorrow. So if anybody's watching it, I got the three fights. I think this is a good bet. Shin Haraguchi at a -110. The Yi Zhao fight over 1.5, and just throw in Ray Saruya. That's a +242. I believe that's an easy hit.
Yo, if you're in the chat, I'm pretty sure you are. I'm pretty sure I added you. Drop that parlay in there, bro. I'm sure a lot of them guys would appreciate that. It sounds like a pretty solid parlay, especially for almost a +300.
Yeah, I'm high on Japanese wrestling. I'm telling you, Japanese wrestling is gonna be a force to be reckoned with in the future. They know how to blend in American wrestling and Brazilian jiu-jitsu just perfectly. Trust me. And two of them are fighting tomorrow.
Solid stuff, brother. Thanks for the info.
Haraguchi,
Daniel,
Yi, and who?
he'll put it in the group chat.
Yeah, I'll
Daniel,
do
what you
that.
got?
Yeah, moving forward, I'll be the first one to do better in this space. I mean, look, you guys, I'm gonna keep stacked with y'all. You guys are the best, no, the greatest fathers in Twitter Spaces. I don't want to be. I don't want. I refuse to be the one to mess things up here. So I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna do better. Be the first one out of everyone here to do better.
Good stuff, brother. We appreciate you. All right, Vinny, what you got, my man?
Last thing I would like to say is, are we doing spaces tomorrow live? I'm just wondering. Anybody wants to do it? I mean,
Um,
let
I
me know.
can't commit. Maybe one of the other guys can. If one of the other guys can, I don't know.
It starts at what? 5:30 tomorrow. 6 o'clock. It's early, or is
4.
it 4? It's early.
Or
Well,
Andrew, is Rob doing a space?
He usually does, yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know if he's doing them for the All Stars or not, but we got a lot of guys that like to show out. Maybe we could try to work something out with him. Maybe a couple cards or a card a month or something, where we could co-host something so everybody can get in on a live space. I know we put in a lot of time now, and it's not like any of us can just be like, yeah, we can host it, but we can all stick our phones in there and listen. It seems like, and we can all be active at different points in the card. So maybe we could work something out with Rob where we can get a few locked up mic spots, and maybe we tweet it. He could host it or something. Like it can be his stuff, his video, but maybe just a spot where everybody knows where we're at, and we could have maybe a co-host spot where we could approve some mics and stuff. I'll
Yeah,
be happy to talk.
Andrew, talk to
The
your
only,
people.
yeah, the only thing I don't like about Rod's space is that you can't talk about bets. I mean, you could say who you like, but you can't talk about. I mean, betting.
Why not?
Well, nobody else likes to do it, so
That's what I'm saying. So like maybe we could co-host a spot with him
He's
once a
never
yeah. I
month
mean,
or
said you
something.
couldn't talk about bets. It's just most people in his space don't really bet. They're just more
exactly.
about the
So
love.
are you going to be the only one talking about bets, and they're going to be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, I understand what he's saying, but I know Andrew, or I know he's a good buddy of yours, Andrew. Maybe you want to talk to him, network a little bit.
I mean,
Uh,
I
I
do
mean,
I do live bets and shit. But I mean, that's like that's more like stuff that I do on the side for me. Like, I mean, if like I'm sure if like one of you guys are like down to like do it, I mean, we could do that shit for the pay per views. Because last time we did it for the pay per view, I say it turned out to be pretty successful. You know,
yeah,
so
we had a
I'm not.
big crowd. It
Yeah,
was
I
I
could
had
do
a
it.
lot
You
of
know, I
fun.
mean, I'm not opposed to it, but you know, like I'm for sure gonna need like some backup. You know, like Joe said, if you guys are willing to stick your guys' phones in there, you know, and throwing some like commentary every now and then yeah, like for sure, like
So
I'd be
my
open to it.
situation during a lot of the card is that I'm like, I got the fights on my iPad and I'm cooking. So like I can stick the phone up. It's easy for me to join the combo and everything. I just can't like I can't be the host. I can't be the one who's like, all right, let me hit the tail of the tape for this fight. I just can't do that. But other than that, bros, I can be there. No problem.
I mean, we all we need to do is comment, say what you say. I mean, what I like this round. Bet it a fucking whatever takedowns. I mean, it's just something to talk about.
Yeah,
I'll
that,
put it like this. I'm gonna do them for the pay per views because I know like these upcoming pay per views are just. I mean, they should be big, man. Like like we be stupid to not, So I mean, even
I'm
like
down.
we
I'm
can't work
down,
nothing
Dad.
out. Even if we can't work even if we can't work nothing out with Rob, then I'm gonna do that shit like on the cap page if you guys are willing to let me for the pay per views because like I said those pay per
Oh
views they
yeah.
drop numbers, man.
And
So
I'll show out, bro. And even if Rob does it, we could still stream it to our channel. We just got to work it with him. And that's just because I like Rob, bro. I'd like to see him do well too. I think Rob's a good guy. But either way, I'm 100% in to do the pay per views. We're dragging this space on Trace, though, man.
Bro,
Just a
Chase is
stitch me
trying to
nasty.
go to bed.
You son of a bitches. Y'all know
just
me too
He's
subscribe
well.
fucking
to the
sleeping
YouTube
already.
page, people. Subscribe to the YouTube page. If you're fucking with the Cap MMA page already, then you'd be dumb to not subscribe. I mean, the listening back experience is the best over there, and not just that. You see what's going on with like what we're picking, and like the best odds. You just see who overall, what we're feeling over there. Like, cause I'm like I'm clicking along. I'm clicking along. So just follow along. You'll see what's up. Cap MMA on YouTube. It's all there.
Trace, just end it. Don't even say thank you. Just fucking end it. Like.
Dad,
Appreciate everybody showing up. Have a good night, everybody.
later. You better